at the 2024 ICAST show, and we're in the Innotech Marine booth. I'm with Tyson Colby from Innotech Marine. Tyson, can you just explain to our audience what your product is and what it does?
Sure. So we have a smart trolling speed throttle control system. I guess the fundamental thing to say what it is it's a bit of kit you can retrofit onto any auxiliary gas-powered kicker motor and give yourself ability to set precisely your trolling speed and conveniently and repeatably set that with a level of precision that you would otherwise be unable to do if you didn't have it. Anybody that's trolled knows the dance of finicker, doing the throttle control, nudging it up and down. This just makes that a lot easier. There are a couple throttle controls on the market today. And those are great companies and great products, but we're just approaching it with a fresh perspective and applying some new modern design patterns. And so I think there's a couple things that set us apart from the other guys, and that's the main one is that we can close the loop on speed. So we have this NMEA 2000 gateway, which is a bridge device. Basically allows the throttle controller to be aware of your boat's true speed, either GPS speed or paddle wheel speed, and the controller can automatically increase or decrease your throttle to set a cruise speed or a trolling speed of your choice without you having to manually keep adjusting it. And so that and having it sort of this app-based allows us to deliver new content, new features and integrations as the product evolves.
Yeah, tell me about this display right now. You've got it up on a couple of mobile devices here.
Yep.
How does it work? How would this look on your boat?
Okay, so you would install these independently, and what the app is more or less a device manager. It allows you to help discover devices and configure them, and then easily launch them from the app. So I can go through it here. So if you were going to add new devices, you would select the Wi-Fi network that the devices are on, and it's going to go through a process. It's going to use some standard patterns to discover the devices and their capabilities, and once it does, they'll show up as a list, and you can add them to your list.
So we're in a building right now with a ton of Wi-Fi
It's a Wi-Fi war zone.
It's a Wi-Fi war zone. Typically would be a lot more simple than what we're showing here, but what this is going to do for you though is it's going to give you that readout what your speed is, and like you say, it pairs with the electronics that you already have in your boat.
That's right. Now we can launch that user interface for the throttle control module. And you'll see right here in the app there's a speed. So if we simulate the boat moving, you can see that the speed is there. If you like that speed, you can lock it. And now if we stop moving, it simulates like the boat's going too slow. You see the throttle control increased. If I spin it up fast, it should start backing off that throttle speed.
I think we locked it in a pretty high speed. Yeah, let's lock it in at a lower speed. There we go. So there you see it backing off on the throttle. It's trying to lock in at that speed that we locked in is around 3.5. But so pretty cool thing. It's going to help basically so when you're running your kicker in the back, you're not sitting there on the throttle. You're going to be able to lock in your speed. It's going to control that throttle for you, and you just dial it in on your phone. It's a really cool device.
We have a Bluetooth remote. Be able to add that, so you pair it with your phone. You can easily go to idle. See, it went to idle. If we could resume, increase and decrease the throttle. I save a sort of a strike speed, if you will, so that I got both downriggers going. If I hook up on one, I want to reduce the speed, keep pressure on the fish, but not go to complete idle to keep that other rod fishing. So I like to program like a 30% throttle, so I can quickly just hit that from my belt, slows down, I can fish by myself. So yeah.
So Tyson, we're seeing more and more technology break into the fishing world. Obviously, this is a tech product. You have a kind of a tech background.
That's right.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and kind of how you came up with this.
I'm a nerd, electronics and software and firmware nerd. I have a electronics a consultancy, engineering consultancy. That's the day job right now, Innotech Engineering. So this is all bootstrapped by us. I just figure if I can redirect my background into another passion of mine and figure out how to float in the water and fish and make that my life, then I've won. But yeah, Innotech Engineering, we build IoT, this kind of stuff. We do a lot of work with Starbucks. We were at the ground floor instrumenting their appliances within the retail space, connecting them in stores. And we continue to do professional service provider to them, doing different skunk works and different technology stacks that allow them to test in stores. And so we have the the resume to do this stuff, and so we're just trying to refocus our expertise into something that I love, and that's what I want to try to do.
You're a Pacific Northwest guy. We're a Great Lakes show, but we have a lot of people that listen that do fish in your area. But tell me a little bit about the fishery and what you're doing when you're not doing business. Tell me a little bit about kind of what you do for fun out on the water.
Well, Pacific Northwest, I moved up there 12 years ago and I've never looked back. I've come from Southern California, but I mean, the fisheries, we got salmon and lingcod and halibut, and if you get out to Westport, you got tuna, we got crabbing, we got shrimping, mushroom foraging, and so I just love raising my family there, and we do all that stuff outside, and that's what I'm outside doing, one of those things at different times of the year.
So this product right now you guys are working on, it's not out in the marketplace yet. It's something that you're still in the development phase. You're at ICAST here this year. Tell me about why you came to the show.
Mostly to network and hopefully find strategic partnerships and get the word out. We just stopped by. Another gentleman was talking about they didn't really, the speed control wasn't something they were terribly interested, but what we have the capability is the expansion bus on this. We can put a tachometer in there, shift sensors, and since we can talk back to the gateway that's connected to the NEMA network, we can republish that back onto the network. So taking a dumb motor that otherwise didn't have all that NMEA intelligence and giving it TAC and shift sensors and making it appear in your MFD is another option. And so I just learned that, we got this perspective of where I fish, but I wanted to come and hear how other people want to use it, learn about those things, and just get that feedback to put it into the product development.
People want to find out more about what you're doing with Innotech Marine. Where would they find out that information?
InnotechMarine.co is our website. On there, there's links to all of our social media. And we're just trying to grow that following right now, and that would be the best place to go.
All right, he's Tyson Colby. Tyson, really appreciate your time here today.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.